All right, just had facts today. Yes, check your time. It's exactly 9 minutes past the hour of 3. The 4th of June, the year 2025. It's a beautiful Wednesday. Hard facts, and I'm sitting in here for the person sitting in here. All right, let me just go to it. Maryann is unavoidably out for her annual leave. She requires to be out, and Sheriff is out also. So, my name is Stretch, and I'm going to be with you from all the way till Friday. So, better brace up for this. Well, we're starting it with praying not to change the frame of the show. It will not. The quality left as she left it will remain the way it is supposed to be. We start with the big three, and today might be the 4. Then after we'll go to stairs in the second hour, and on the third hour, the first, second, and third hour. The third hour we'll be having a guest on the show via Zoom. We're talking security today. And it's going to be all the way live with you there. We're streaming on Facebook and on YouTube and other platforms. So if you're ready, brace up. Let's go.
Millions of listeners trust us on Hard Fact. Whether it's politics, social issues, controversies, and trending stories. You know we're credible and objective.
It's Hard Facts with Maryann Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, going straight to it, we dig into the big three this lovely afternoon. Let's start with this one. Chief of Army Staff moves to Benue amidst escalating attacks. All right, let me go to the story. In response to increasing violence in Benue State, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, has relocated to the region to oversee military operations directly. Lieutenant General Oluyede departed Abuja on Tuesday morning, accompanied by his principal staff officers and other top officers at the Army headquarters to the state to have an on-the-spot assessment of the situation on ground. Well, sources further said that the Army Chief had ordered the deployment of more troops to the state to give the militia and other armed group terrorizing the people of the state the battle of their lives. Well, in Benue State, the sources said the Chief of Army Staff will hold strategic meetings with all operational and unit commanders to brainstorm on the way forward, as well as review the ongoing operations with a view to end the killings. The Chief of Army Staff will also visit troops, locations, and operational bases in the state to interact with troops and boost their morale and fighting spirit. The Chief of Army Staff is also expected to visit villages that have been attacked and reassure residents of their safety, and also resolve of the Nigerian Army to protect life and property of law-abiding citizens, to give them that reassurance. Well, the Chief of Army Staff is said to be unhappy with reports of daily killings in Benue and has ravaged the state in the past few weeks, you must have heard of, and many other strategic changes, including the redeployment of some commanders to head some of the operational units. He will take commanders and put in operational units so nothing is left undone. Well, General Oluyede will personally lead troops in the operation on the battlefront. He's expected to spend some days in the state before relocating. This sounds laudable. This sounds very, very well thought out and well planned. But I have some questions. I want to ask this. Even if this helps to restore peace and order, will it bring about a lasting solution to this incessant problem of the killings? We know what happened in Kaduna. We know what happened in Jos. We know what is going on in Benue. Will this leaving your office wherever it was in Abuja to go to Benue to set up, is it a political move or is it going to make any difference? Has it made any difference in the past? This is not the first time. There was a time somebody, the army chiefs were asked to go to Sambisa to set up because that was where it was actually burning hot. Historically speaking, has this approach ever worked in this country. The relocation of service chiefs seems to have proven ineffective in curbing crisis in the past. What do you think? Do you think this move is going to end everything? This will be the end of it. Oluwade is there. I mean, like, so the troops are there. The commanders are there. Will this stop it? Will it change what we've been experiencing in the past? Like, whenever something happens in the area, you have the chief of the service chiefs move to the place. Has it ever done it in the past? Would it be the first time this will ever happen? Let's get to know what you want to say about this, all right? We've got phone lines. I'll give a little tweak on the phone lines, but I'll tell you what. 0201-277-0993 is a mail line. 0201-277-0993. Or for the female specially, 0201-465-7190. 0201-465-7190. And if you want to send a WhatsApp message, go ahead, 0809-597-5805. We've got 3 stories to deal with. This is the first. The Chief of Army Staff has left his office in Abuja, left his family. He has moved with troops, people. They've gone to Benue to set up, to curb the incessant killings in Benue State, to stay there in Makurdi, and to go into the places, the villages. He's even putting his boots on the ground to go in and make sure that this comes to an end. The question I'm asking this afternoon is, historically, has this ever sorted out this issue? And secondly, asking you also, does this, I mean, even if this works, can you say, okay, after this, Benue, Plateau, Kaduna, the states are going to be free of this kind of attacks? Can this curb this? Can this nip this? Can this stop this permanently? Let's get to know what you think about it. The 3 stories are coming up back to back in a bit. I will take this one and I'll just tell you 0201-277-0993, 0201-465-7190. Let's get to know what you think about this. Or you can send a message on WhatsApp 0809-597-5805. He has moved. He has left his place of, the chief of army staff is supposed to be, I don't know if it's Abuja, right? Yeah. Then from Abuja to Makurdi, he's right there now. Maybe not even in the state capital, with boots on the ground, with soldiers. They're giving the tall order. He's telling them that, look, troops are going to be they're going to be going to the nerve centers, the places where this is actually going down. Things are happening. Do you think it will curb this? Is this political, or is this a military move? Is this strategic? Will this sort this out permanently? Is this the solution? Has it sorted it out in the past ever before? Has this helped? All right, while that's going on, while this launch, let's go to a second story. Let me see if we can take all the stories together before we go to the phone lines. Phone lines buzzing right now, but let's just ignore that for now. Second story. Federal government to focus more on making its weapons locally than importing from abroad. You heard me right. The federal government to focus more on making its weapons locally than importing from abroad. The Minister of Defense, Badar Abubakar, says Nigeria is steadily reducing its reliance on foreign military equipment by boosting local production. You heard, local production of weapons. In a statement released by his media aide, Mati Ali, the minister said the shift will support local manufacturing, repairs, and supply of military hardware to enhance national security. Badar made the remark after a 2-day tour of military facilities in Kaduna, where he visited the Nigeria Defense Academy, Army Engineering Depot, and the Air Force Institute of Technology. He said new combat platform, bulletproof glass, spare parts, and surveillance drones are now being built locally, made in Nigeria, with many already deployed to operational areas. Badaru commended the armed forces for embracing innovation and urged more investment in training and research to strengthen defense capacity. Well, during the visit, the minister emphasized Nigeria's steady transition from foreign dependence to local defense manufacturing, noting substantial progress in the production and refurbishment of combat vehicles, weapon system, and surveillance technology. He further said training remains a vital pillar in achieving Nigeria's defense objective, He further highlighted the local development of advanced military platforms, including Buffalo APC fighting vehicles, not the political party. Yeah? Mine-resistant ambush-protected vehicles, bulletproof spare parts, and surveillance UAVs, many of which have already been deployed. So not only is he saying that we're going to start making them, they've made many and they've sent them in. Could it be the reason that we're not winning? But really, they've sent them in to different places. They've manufactured and they've sent them in. So most of the things we are seeing, made in Nigeria. Yes. Yes. So the question I'm asking on that one is that at the current level of Nigeria's insecurity, is it the right time to make such a brilliant call? Or do we just need to get the foreign-made ones, the Tokumbo or the brand new ones, then sort it out, then start manufacturing? Or is it the right way to go because of the cost of the dollar and all? Is it smart? Second question, does Nigeria have what it takes, technically, the knowledge and the political will for such a move? Do you think we do? All right, get ready. Third story this lovely afternoon. Judiciary Staff Union of Nigeria, JUSUN, we talked about this on Monday, suspends nationwide strike. Well, the Judiciary Staff Union of Nigeria, JUSUN, has suspended its nationwide strike, which began on Monday. A communique signed by top union officials revealed the decision followed meetings with the Chief Justice of Nigeria and other key players. The strike was suspended to allow more talks with the federal government, especially on releasing judiciary funds and implementing salary increases. But their demands included the full implementation of the new 70,000 minimum wage and its arrears, a 25 to 35% salary increase, and the payment of a 5-month wage award with annulment accumulated arrears rather. Apparently, the recent strike has further confirmed that not every civil servant has started benefiting from the full implementation of the newly increased minimum wage of 70,000 naira per month. It has also revealed that the recent salary wages reform in the judiciary did not factor the aggrieved union. Recall that August 2024, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu signed the Judicial Office Holders' Salaries and Allowance Bill into law. Also remember that judicial office holders in the context of Nigeria are individuals who hold positions within the judicial system, including judges, magistrates, and other court officials. They are responsible for interpreting and applying the law, resolving disputes, and administering justice. We said a lot about the consequences of them being on strike on Monday, and they've called it off. Not that these things have been taken care of, but they want to talk to the government. My questions on this are, how well can a reward system that is this selective help in effective and efficient service delivery? How well? And secondly, will the federal government keep to its promise to JUSUN, especially going to the historical record of how ASU and NLC have fared? Do you think they'll keep to their word? They'll look at JUSUN as, okay, we will never go back again on this. Take what you need. You don't need to go on strike. All right, that was the third story. So you get ready to get your react when we come back after this break. Let me just remind you of the phone lines again. 0201 277 0993, the mail line. 0201 465 7190, the female line. And if you want to put your fingers on the tab to write something, 0809 597 5805. That's our WhatsApp line. All right, the three stories, going through them in summary again. The very first one, the federal government, the first one was this one about Chief of Army Staff moving to Benue State amid escalating attacks. Second story, the federal government focused more on making weapons locally than importing from abroad. And the third story you heard today on the Big Three, Judiciary Staff Union of Nigeria suspend nationwide strike. I'll take a short break and I'll be back. It's still Hard Facts on a beautiful Wednesday afternoon.
Credible journalism, bridging the gap between people and those in authority. With Hard Facts, you are sure to get only the facts.
Tune in to Hard Facts with Maryann Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Millions of listeners trust us on Hard Facts. Whether it's politics, social issues, controversies, and trending stories. You know we're credible and objective.
It's Hard Facts with Maryann.
More talk, news, and sports after this. Every day is about winning with one play on Nigeria Info. On Nigeria Info, daily winnings is now over 150,000 naira. Just go to oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 *3#. Play with as little as 500 naira, and in a few seconds your ticket is in the draw. The more you play, the better your chances of winning every day on the Morning Crossfire, WhatsApp Lagos, and Game On shows on weekdays, and the Football Frenzy shows on weekends. But that's not all. Every Friday there will be a 500,000 naira jackpot. Playing during the week automatically qualifies you for the weekly jackpot. Your chances of winning are the same whether you play on oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 *3#. Remember to play responsibly. Not suitable for persons under the age of 18. OnePlay is a registered trademark under Lasho Trading Services Limited, licensed by the Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Commission.
It's tasty, creamy, and nourishing. It's original Niger yogurt. It's Fan Yogo. Go for the new Fan Yogo drinking yogurt. Fan Yogo, original Niger yogurt.
Did you know?
Did you know?
Did you know?
Did you know?
Did you know? Did you know? Your dose of facts we bet you never knew. Right here on Nigeria Info 99.3.
Did you know that you can be heavily pregnant and not realize? Cryptic pregnancies aren't that uncommon, with 1 in 500 not recognized until at least halfway through, and 1 in 2,500 not known until labor starts.
Another piece of the puzzle now revealed. Keep questioning, keep listening, only on Nigeria Info 99.3.
You've tried calling in, sending messages.
You've wanted to share your thoughts, your opinions, and make your voice heard.
But time always runs out, and you never get the opportunity.
Now you have a chance.
Voice of the People on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Everybody's listening. Voice of the People.
Record yourself expressing your opinion on any issue of concern in 30 seconds.
Speak up, say your piece, raise your concern on Voice of the People.
Send a 30-second video from a quiet